Hello, everyone. These are the messages for the weekend ahead. So let's get into it. Let's see what Spirit has to say. And I am fully booked with readings through the weekend. So if you feel that you need a personal tarot reading, love reading, or mediumship reading, my daughter is a wonderful psychic medium, and I will link her information below. All right, let's get into this. Let's see what Spirit has to say for the weekend ahead. Right, we have the Two of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, nice, the Hanged Man, and the Three of Wands. Okay, so this is feeling like a very similar message to one that we got earlier in the week. And this weekend, somebody may ask you to help them, to lend them some money, something. And they're telling you, hey, I'll help you out with this, or I will pay you back by this time. And whatever it is they're asking of you, it's kind of stretching you thin. And if it's money, it's like, yeah, I have this to give to you, but I really don't. I need it back by this specific time, or I'm already running a little bit thin. This is the little bit extra that I have. And they're like, no, I got you. I'll give it back to you. But this is Spirit saying, no, don't overextend yourself, because you're going to be waiting a long time to get that money back. Or if they're asking you to do a favor or to go to an activity or something, hang out with them, there's something about your time where you really don't have the time, or if you do what they're asking, it just takes up a lot of your downtime, your personal space. And again, it's like, don't do it. Whatever's being asked of you this weekend and you feel like it's going to stretch you thin, cause you stress, anxiety, Spirit's saying don't do it, because whatever they're offering in return, it's going to be a long time coming, or you're just not going to have a good time because it's not what you really want to do anyways. So don't overextend yourself. And also, some of you may be having a conversation with somebody where they've promised you something or said something in the past, and you've been kind of going back and forth within yourself. Do I bring this up? Do I call them out on it? Or do I just keep quiet and wait a little bit longer? This is, having that conversation. They're going to try to brick wall you or put you off. Oh, I can't talk right now. I'll call you back later. That type of energy. So this message so far for the weekend is, what's best for you? What do you want to do? How do you want to spend your time? And if somebody has been just kind of putting you off, maybe it's time that you kind of close the door on them and make them wait on you. So if you're usually somebody who responds very quickly from a text or a message or a phone call, when they're reaching out and trying to get to you, perhaps ignore them for a couple of days and don't get back to them so quickly. It's like, pull your energy back and focus on what's best for you, what you want to do this weekend, and don't worry about the rest, because whoever this is, I just feel they're going to let you down. And if you're trying to have like a heart-to-heart conversation with them, it's not going to go anywhere, and you're going to feel very, very frustrated. And why do I even try? Because Hanged Man is an energy of do not proceed forward. Three of Wands is an energy of waiting, and just depending on the other cards, it could also be about something finally coming in that you've been waiting for. But here with the Six of Pentacles, reciprocity, give and take. And I feel you've been giving, but you're not receiving anything back. And it's causing you to be in a bit of a bind, or causing you anxiety, upset emotions, things like that. So also this weekend is a good time to really evaluate who is there for you, who is on your side, who is on your team. Start giving them more time, energy, and attention. And those people who are kind of flaky, but they always have a really good excuse, or they're super charismatic, that kind of stuff, I feel your time needs to be off limits to them. You need to be harder to get a hold of. You need to be harder to reach because they're very selfish. I'm not feeling like it's this super nefarious type of energy, but it's time to take stock of who is really there for you. And that's where you want to put your attention and time and energy into, not who's kind of flaky in and out. Even if it's somebody you deeply, deeply care for, I feel you need to put them on ice. You need to make them wait and give them a dose of their own reality because they're not giving back to you the way that you have been given to them. They're just not there for you. And Spirit's really acknowledging that. And if you go above and beyond, go beyond your means, decide to, even though you don't want to, okay, I will do this for you, I will go there with you, whatever the case may be, it's just going to make you feel even more empty. And when we are dealing with people who don't really fully honor and respect, it does chafe away at your self-esteem. Sometimes when somebody is so used to you always being there, they start taking you for granted. And again, that doesn't have to be like they're negative and bad, but if they're used to you always being there and always giving without requiring much of them, they start taking you for granted. And that's what I'm seeing here, is you feeling taken for granted. So this weekend, spend your time, your energy, your money doing what you want and what's best for you. And if they're like, oh, I'm in such a bind, you know what? Sorry, I don't have it. I don't have it this time. Or, sorry, I'm busy all weekend. No, I can't help you move for the 5th time. Just stuff like that. Unless it's somebody who is giving back to you equally through the 6 of Pentacles, you really need to kind of shelf them and give them a taste of their own medicine, and not, so they don't feel that you're so easily accessible and that you're just always there. Yes, we want people we love and care about to trust us and know that we are there, but when you're not getting that back, that's having boundaries. Okay, and I do feel you need to lay your boundaries down this weekend, really put your foot down with somebody. So let's pull some more cards. Let's see what else Spirit has to say. Oh yeah, look at that. Your energy, your time, your resources, your love is precious, and you don't need to give to anybody who's not giving back to you. And I get it. I have a very, very hard time saying no to people that I care about, and I don't like to rock the boat and create conflicts and fights, because sometimes, no, it's not a big deal. You need 20 bucks. Okay, here you go. But when I'm asking for something, you can't be bothered, but then again, they come back around. I get it. When you really care about somebody, it's hard to say no. But this is a weekend to really say absolutely not. You got the Star. That's what's best for you, and that's loving you and honoring you. Next is the Knight of Wands, the 5 of Cups, and the World. So by you having boundaries, you saying no, you doing what's best for you, and see, look at what's even on the bottom, the 7 of Swords, right next to the Devil, and then the 10 of Swords. See, if you go against yourself, because they have a sob story or they try to butter you up, you're going to just end up feeling very defeated with Ten of Swords, the Devil, and the Seven of Swords here. You're just going to feel very, very defeated. And see, holding your energy back actually brings blessings in for you. It's not selfish. Even if they're like, you're selfish, you don't care, blah, blah, blah. Don't even let that phase you, because you know how much you've already done and been and given to this particular person. And so if they try to play that on you, don't fall for it, because they absolutely might, okay? Or they may make their situation seem so much more important than you and what you've got going on. And they're just, like I said, I don't feel like they're a horrible person. They're just very self-focused, and they don't see beyond their wants and their needs. And I actually had a friend like that, and I had to cut her off, because every single time we would talk, it would be like, oh, hi, how are you, blah, blah, blah. And then, 2 seconds into me talking, oh my God, I've got to tell you this, and just want to unload. And it doesn't even have to be like they're asking you for something, but it's like they want to vent to you, tell you their drama, tell you the tea, all of that stuff, and not really care about how you're doing, what's going on in your life. All right. So this weekend, it is all about you, and it's no longer about them. And I am seeing is if you extend yourself to them, you're going to end up feeling very sad about it. I feel they're going to let you down, okay? Or if this is where you had plans with somebody this weekend, and all of a sudden they have this excuse, oh, I'm sick, or I've got to work late, or this happened in my family, it's crap. It's not the truth. Okay, they want to do something else, and they're just used to you being very in the flow, very cool about things. But I feel it's time to put your foot down. It's time to close off your energy from this person and not be so accessible to them, because Knight of Wands is also an energy that comes in really fast and then exits really fast, especially around romance. This is the wham bam thank you man right here. Okay, like, oh, let me sweet talk you, let me get what I want from you, and then the next day I'm out of here. Or, this could even go the other way around, where you're a masculine and you're dealing with a feminine, and she comes and she goes and she needs something, or she's just feeling down and sad and low self-esteem right now, so she wants to come to you because you always honor her and respect her and make her feel good about herself. And it's going to be in and out really quick, no matter what the person is saying. So this does feel a bit of an extension from the message we got earlier in the week, but not quite as severe. I just see if you open yourself up, you give, you share, you're going to end up in this Five of Cups energy, because they're just very selfish, self-motivated. And this is a time for you to focus on what you need. And by you pulling your energy back, even if it does make you sad, by the time Monday comes around, you're going to feel happy, because that worrying about yourself and protecting yourself the same way you would do for anybody else, that's an act of self-love right there. And you deserve your love and your nurturing as much as anybody else that you would give it to. And so this weekend, if it's not good for you, it's not what you want to do, don't bother. And if this is somebody in your home, like your romantic partner, family member, even for some of you this might be your kids, it is time to really put your foot down. Even if it rocks the boat, ruffles feathers, makes them mad, upsets them, whatever, it doesn't matter. You need to have boundaries with whoever this is. And through you asserting your boundaries, that's teaching them to respect you and honor you, because we teach people how to treat us. And if somebody continually takes advantage, continually lets you down, and they get away with it, you might complain a little bit, but nothing changes, you're still open arms, that's teaching them that they can treat you like that and there's no consequence. And so it's important to assert your boundaries and stand firm in that, no matter how much they kick and scream, no matter their sob story, because that's teaching them, no, I will not tolerate this. You're teaching them to respect you. And with the world there at the end, okay, it is time for a big change in how you see yourself and what you're willing to put up with. And the thing is whoever this person is, I don't feel that you would tolerate this behavior from just anybody. Don't let your emotion, your connection, your history with somebody run over your boundaries, because you deserve so much better than that. Spirit's coming in very, very strong and saying that. So this weekend, you do what is best for you and have no shame in it. And let them be sad, let them weep, whatever the case may be. Let them figure out their own problems. Sometimes that's the best thing you can do for somebody, even if you really care about them, is not save them from their struggle. Because if they're always saved from their struggle, they never learn how to be on their own 2 feet. And if you're not doing it and nobody else is going to help them, then they've got to figure it out, right? Or if you refuse to help and they do find somebody else, guess what? No longer your problem. Truce, ceasefire, resolve, prosperity. So you don't have to be mean. You don't have to be angry. Asserting yourself can be done in a very calm manner, or just don't even acknowledge them. If they're messaging you, they're calling you, all of that stuff, just don't answer. And then come Monday, oh, sorry, I wasn't feeling good this weekend, or I was really busy, you know, what did you need? So this is a card from Spirit saying you don't need to be mean or nasty about it, but you do need to assert your boundaries, and that brings you prosperity. And that comes in with this star. Something about really standing up for yourself and asserting your boundaries is opening you up to some unexpected blessings, and is actually going to be very healing for you. So don't be afraid to say no. And even if this is a situation where somebody doesn't take advantage of you and things like that, but they're asking something of you and you really just don't have the time, the energy, or the resources, it's okay to say no. Their problems are not your problems to fix. And saying no this one time doesn't mean the door is going to close for whenever you might need help, that nobody's going to be there, because chances are when you need help, this person is not the one that you would go to anyways. Heart of Roses. Okay, see, you need to love yourself and put yourself first this weekend. Coalesce, connection, seeds of love. Beautiful. And longevity, relish, persistence, everlasting. You asserting your boundaries is going to change the dynamics of this connection. And more than that, energetically, you're affirming to the universe that you're not a doormat, okay? That what we tolerate from others it's all energy. And even if you love somebody, it's very important to always have your boundaries and put your foot down when those boundaries are being crossed. Because I just feel if you've given time, energy, resources this weekend, it's like it will be a long time, if ever, that it's returned to you. And some of you are just not even in the position to help somebody out, but you have such a big heart that it's hard to say no, and you don't want anybody to struggle. But this weekend, it's not your problem to fix. Just ask the angels to find somebody else to help them. Oh my gosh. And look at the card. Self-care, tend your garden. Exactly. 1000%. All right. So those are your weekend messages. Again, if you feel you need a personal tarot reading, love reading, or mediumship reading, Kiri's information will be below. I am sending you so much love and light. Take care.